had this dogfighting situation not come up, do you believe Mike Vick was on a Hall of Fame arc?
Yes. Yes. I had a situation in 2006 where I stuck my middle finger up at the crowd. I flicked off the crowd. It wasn't towards our fans. It was towards some Saints fans. That was a big misconception too. But it seemed like things were spiraling out of control for me, and it wasn't until Bobby.
Right.
Bobby Petrino came in with Hugh Jackson.
Right.
And they was teaching me how to play the quarterback position from protections. I mean, we was just kind of like starting all over in a new system.
Right.
And he was like, man, you're going to be the league MVP this year. And I really felt that way because my focus was different. A lot of my boys had moved out the house. We was living together. My wife had moved in, my daughter. So I was turning the corner.
Right.
And it was, like I say, it was just too late. Everything was starting to take a turn for the worse. But that year, we would have went deep in the playoffs, and I definitely would have, been on the Hall of Fame path for sure. I had plans to retire early though.
Did you? And do what?
I don't know. That's why I invested that $8 million. I was like, I'm gonna sit back and chill, own some property.
You mentioned that you had your boys in the home before you had moved your wife in with your daughter. What did they bring? So what were they telling you? I mean, obviously, video games. You like video games. They like video games. You play video games. But what are they adding to Michael Vick's football life? How did they help Michael Vick get better as a football player?
They supported me a lot. Like when I started to
lose. They helped you game prep?
No, but there was like motivational speeches like, man, you need to stop doing this. You need to stop.
Well, damn, Mike, what good to have friends if you ain't listening?
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. My life was one big misconception. People think it was my boys was my downfall. Nah, they were some of my biggest supporters. They was just in a position where if they go too hard on me and, yo, don't do this, don't do that.
Go.
Yeah, and I hated it. They felt like they wasn't even in that situation. It's so unfortunate. But, and I never looked at it that way. I might have caught an attitude or been a little upset, but I wasn't going to kick my man to the curb just for telling me, stop drinking the yak.
Right. I'm looking at you. You come back in 2010. You pass for 3,000 yards, 21 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, a 70 QBR, 63% completion percentage. You come back player of the year, and you go to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Bro,
Andy Reid was everything, man. Andy demanded so much out of me. Andy was like, I went through a lot 2 or 3 years prior, and there was a lot that I had on my chest. I couldn't go to my agent.
Right.
Didn't have a father. My dad wasn't. He was there, but I couldn't.
You didn't feel you could talk to him.
Right. Yeah. I just needed somebody to talk to, man. And it was like Andy came in my life at the right time. I could talk to him. I can tell him whatever I wanted to tell him and get an honest answer, whether I liked it or not. And he didn't care whether I liked it or not either, but he cared. And just to have those conversations, it brought out the best in me. I spent more time in the building. And I just seen like, damn, I always felt like, I used to always tell Coach, if you'd have drafted me, man, I know you had Donovan, but if you'd have drafted me, I would have went places.
You end up going to the Steelers, and the fans weren't very happy.
No.
Art Rooney II, he said he felt you had proven himself, and you paid your debt to society, and you deserved a second chance.
Yep. And Big Ben and Mike Tomlin was big advocates for me at the time too, man. And then, I sat down Mr. Rooney, and Mr. Rooney was, he was amazing. Like, that's truly how he felt. He believed in second chances. And I never been in a locker room where guys embraced me so much. Like, even being older, 35 at the time. And I always tell Mike Tomlin, thanks for that experience and that opportunity to play one last season.
Right.
With a good group of young dudes, man, who really cared about football and loved the game.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we do something before two something.